Okie dokie. We should now be live and in person, guys. Hopefully.
Oh, God. You're no good.
I'm no good. I know that.
There we go.
Okay, another week, another show. A bit more to chat about this week. Less on the advocacy, but still a little bit on that. A bit more on mental health. I really want to talk about mental health this week and how people might be doing and might not be doing. Hopefully we'll get some people in chat soon enough.
Hopefully there was a notification saying that we were live.
I'm sure people will come in soon enough.
So I got the notification that we're live, so I'll watch the YouTube.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to this week, if anything?
Work again as usual. I've been not too bad. No one had not many people had words of wisdom. Had a barbecue round at the in-laws yesterday early evening. Wife's been in bed all day because she's full of the cold, trying to get rid of that. Boy's been at local water park with some friends of his. We've had dinner and daughter's in her pit as usual. Yeah, everything's all right.
Don't sound like a bad week. What are you up to, Tyler?
This week, mental health wise, stressed, but that's neither here nor there. Past that, just trying to grab the hours at work while they're there. We have overtime one week, no overtime the next week, so it's take a toll on your sleep schedule. I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
I was just gonna say, that doesn't help mental health at all either. But past that, I mean, spend time with the kids and trying to have a good week.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Bill, I know Bill's been getting road rage in Sainsbury's car park. That's what Bill's been doing.
I did see the chat, yeah.
Look, it's not my fault. Her plan to break all the rules didn't work.
It's because people are idiots, mate. They're just.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Lee.
You noticed out of all of us, Craig will know it more than anyone, right, on the road. People do not think about what they're doing. They don't think about driving.
No.
They're thinking about what they're going to have for dinner. Is the missus going to be in a mood to get a quickie tonight? Is there any chance? Who was that on the phone that called earlier with no number? They're not thinking about where they're driving, so they're on autopilot. And then when they run into the front of a bus, which I'm sure Craig has nearly had a few times, they sit there with that dumbass look on their face of,
yeah, happened so many times, yeah. Yeah. I don't know whether it's just me, but some of the standards of people's driving is absolutely shocking.
I could never, ever, ever drive like a bus or a coach. Like Mike, who's in it. Mike used to drive buses and coaches in London as well.
Yeah.
No wonder he's got mental health problems now. Fucking.
I hope your gammon was nice, Mike. It sounded like it was going to be nice.
Chef Mike.
sorry, come drive over on these streets of, you know, the hard streets of Akron, Ohio. But I'll tell you what, 5 minutes, and you will want to shoot somebody.
No, 5 minutes, I would have shot somebody, mate.
So that's being overly generous.
Good.
That I wouldn't even need to be driving.
I didn't know. It's just the way people are, and it. People are inconsiderate. People are, I don't know. In life, they're inconsiderate, I suppose. So, but yeah, Bill's been getting anger issues at Sainsbury's customers for some reason.
No, just one stupid woman in a Volkswagen.
Now he's anti-German.
I was going to say.
Don't mention the four.
Ivan. Crazy. Right, okay. Do the advocacy bit first. Get that out of the way.
Just a really quick one. The NNA have put out a leaflet to do with the vape duty, and at the bottom of it, it lists 8 questions, I think it is, that are the ones that we can answer because they're not industry questions. It gives within that, there's also a guide to the sort of things we need to mention, because we've got to be concise but politely forceful about our responses.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they won't pay any attention at all.
The other thing we need to do is, and this is going to be a hard one, is trying to encourage shop and brick and mortar shop owners to do their part, to get off their backsides and do something.
Yes,
I don't know
they
how
really
much.
do.
I'm not saying, oh, such and such a shop, they're a bunch of arseholes because they're not, or they are doing it, or whatever. I don't know who is and who isn't. But what I do know is if they're not doing it, well, you might as well say goodbye to your current business. You need to do something about it. You need to get in there. Not necessarily even financially, but it needs to get everybody, like we've said again, that community thing, get everybody on side, get it moving, so.
Yeah, and we've only got 24 days left to put the response in. So there isn't much time left. 3.5 weeks. And you can guarantee the anti-vaping lobby, who are well funded, are getting responses in.
Yeah, there will be.
Oh, yeah.
Because they did to the previous consultation paper.
Yep.
Which is now at the meeting stage in Parliament.
Yeah.
And Parliament have decided they're not inviting anybody from the pro-vaping side to speak.
Is concerning. Very concerning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it slightly on government side here. How many people have they had show an interest in going to those meetings? Because from what I've seen and the past couple of days of some people, there seems to be an attitude of, well, there's not a lot we can do. We can't do anything, so fuck it. With an attitude
Sure.
like that, I'm afraid the government aren't going to take you seriously. As a professional body, they're not going to like them or hate them, right? But you've got to be serious about this with them.
UK VIA and the NNA have both requested to be at the meetings, and they've both been denied. I don't know about the UK VTA, but I would suspect the same for them.
Mm.
Mike,
Yeah.
I can show you some messages later. I'm not going to say where or who, but I will show you them later privately. That make interesting reading, is what I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it brings me on to a point that it's triggered me very, very angry with the fact that we try to do what we can on this show, which isn't a lot, but we're trying to do something. And there seems to be this attitude of, let's pass the buck, it's so-and-so's fault, they need to do their bit. Yeah, I agree. They do, the shops do need to do their bit. So do we. You can't just keep passing the buck.
Well, exactly.
I'm not going to lose sleep over it, and I'm not going to make myself ill. I refuse to. Can't afford it. But we shall keep struggling on that, and no doubt Bill will keep pumping the news out when he finds it. So,
and believe me, I'm finding new pieces every day. A lot of it's international, but some of it is UK.
Definitely, Lee. Yeah, we'll sort of catch up out. We'll sort that out, buddy. When you and Lisa's feeling a bit more up to it, maybe.
Yeah,
She's been a bit. Yeah, health's not been bless her. Okay, mental
health first.
Yeah. A lot of people will see it. I know Mike's seen it. The latest thing in the news is that Rishi has decided that he's going to bring in new ways of dealing with anybody who has depression and anxiety. In other words, if you have depression, anxiety, you're fit to work. There are people who are fit to work with anxiety and depression. I agree. There are. And a lot of them do. There are also more serious people or serious cases of depression and anxiety and other problems who are definitely not fit to work. This isn't so much him targeting it to save money for the country. This is him targeting it to leave something behind Labour government that's coming in. That's all this is. Thankfully, a lot of the disability people and websites have already gone ballistic about it, saying that what he's doing is undemocratic and illegal.
Yeah, I was reading.
And it could also be that it could be deemed as non-inclusive as well.
That is also true, yeah.
I mean,
the worry is, Sorry,
one of the ideas is to say, oh, people with anxiety and depression, well, we'll get them into counselling. Good luck on that. The waiting list for counselling is anywhere between 1 and 3 years.
Hey, Village, long time no see, buddy. I hope you're very well, my friend.
Holy hell, Village is alive.
And it's only just struck me, the issue I have with this is if you have somebody who is a child, for instance, who is on the spectrum and is receiving help not necessarily money, but they could be receiving help from the school. They could be receiving it in other ways. How is this law going to affect that? Is that going to affect the schools? Is it going to affect how the aids that they may need and get from the schooling? But as per usual, being a politician, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just the little people that don't matter. This seems to be the attitude at the moment.
It's political chess, mate. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're playing with people's mental health in the process.
Yeah.
Mm.
And as a result, playing with people's lives.
Hmm.
There's already been one person I do know for a fact. There's been a lady who phoned up the disability living helpline, and she's already taken her own life because of this. So there's one victim already.
Yeah.
I don't know the situation around that, but I know she was worried about it. It built up anxiety, and unfortunately she decided to take her own life.
And
Not
she
a
won't
great
be the only
situation.
one. She will not be the only one. And
that's the scary part about it.
Thought. Go on, Tyler.
Well, that's what I was going to say, Bill, is it really is. It's a scary thought to go into because especially a lot of us have had depression. We've had anxiety. We've had unfortunate thoughts and everything and possible actions. It all depends on your situation. But to literally take the help away because you think, I'm not saying counseling doesn't help. I'm not saying counseling of the proper person doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But people need their medication. That's just what it is.
Yeah. I mean, both Mike and Village, I totally agree with both of you. It all comes down to this again.
Yeah. I'd say it's not just medication and help. Very often, people, particularly with anxiety, need the space. And some of those benefits mean that people have the space to just survive.
Yeah.
And it is that simple. Without the space to survive, without being able to stay somewhere you feel safe, your anxiety is going to get worse. You're going to be thrown into social situations you can't cope with. Your anxiety is then going to go through the roof. You're then going to have panic attacks. And it just becomes a self-defeating spiral of problems.
Well, putting my tinfoil hat on, it would be handy if a few million people dead, wouldn't it? That'd be help the economy of the country.
We'd have more food than we know what to do with.
A few million people drop dead. Don't go down the Soylent Green one time. If a few million people drop dead, disabled, let's be honest, a lot of the government see as useless. If we got rid of all of those useless people, that frees up money for other things. Scary thought, because Adolf Hitler thought the same thing in the Second World War.
Oh, it is.
It's
But it goes down to the statement that was made when COVID started kicking off. We might lose some people because we don't know what has caused this. But yeah, everything will be okay.
That's the one. That's the one, Village. Eugenics by another name. I hope I'm completely wrong, because if we start heading that way, that's the scary thought. You know, I really hope that. And all of this, even talking about it, or even all of the news and everything that's in the media, people are that is going to affect people's mental health. It is going to. People are going to be worried about it.
Think about when COVID hit. I mean, I'm talking like the peak of COVID, where we didn't know shit about it. All we knew was that there was this new virus out there that was killing people.
Yeah.
And then you've got situations there. You have either, a lot of you guys got pretty much stuck in your houses for what, a year and a half, 2 years?
Yeah, a couple of years, really.
And then you had people over on this side where we were somehow, I don't get this still to this day, somehow almost everybody was deemed an essential worker in the U.S.
Yeah.
I get certain people needed to be at work during it. I get, hospitals, stuff like that has to run.
Of course it did.
I don't understand why I was sitting there welding pipe in the middle of a pandemic.
It's essential work.
Yeah, for job sites that were shut down.
Well, yeah. It makes no sense, and you'll never be able to make sense of it. No matter how hard you try, you will make sense of it.
But that was my point, though, is, when you sit there and look at everything, and it's a scare tactic. We're all being told this is happening here, this is happening there, but we have no details. So everyone's panicked, everyone's anxiety is going through the roof, everyone's depression is going through the roof, because it's uncertainty everywhere. I mean, how many people do you know personally that before COVID, they might have had depression here or there, but it wasn't really that bad for the most part, and after COVID are dealing with all kinds of things?
Oh, the mental health. I mean, obviously we were doing the Misfits at that time, and the mental health, there was people suddenly turning up who we had no idea had some had problems, and suddenly there were loads of people had problems, loads and loads of people. It was quite surprising. Yeah, it's essential to have a printer. Well, what? None of it made any real sense.
No.
Why could you go out for half an hour's exercise but no more? Why was it 30 minutes? Why wasn't it 35 minutes or 25? Why did it have to be 30? Nobody could answer any of these questions.
No, what got me is over here, they kept changing the amount of time you had to be. Say you actually got COVID. Because we were all essential at that point, if you got COVID, you had in the beginning, I think it was, hey, no fighting, guys, about a week and a half off work that you had to mandatory take off to make sure you were symptom free before you came back. Okay, that made sense at the time. But as the months progressed, that week and a half turned into a week. It turned into 4 days. It turned into 3 days. Oh, now if you're not, dying and stuck in bed, you can come back in with a mask on.
Yeah.
Even if you're COVID positive.
We had the same thing, but we had Boris doing his famous speeches of, you can go out, but you can't, but you might be able to next week. But you can, but you can't, but we're not sure. But hold on, I'm confused myself. It was hilarious.
You can go to the pub, but not go to the pub. As long as you have a beer garden, yeah.
But you're not allowed in the beer garden.
And I mean, I know Mike's mental health took a real decline in that time.
See you later, Mike. Have a good one.
Michael.
Later, Mike.
Take care, Mike.
Yeah, I know Mike's health took a bit of a battering with the whole the whole COVID thing, because he wasn't going out and his anxiety gradually got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it just, then it's all, I don't know. Nowadays, he's really struggling, bless him. Like a lot of people are.
Right.
Yeah. It's exactly what it was. It was confuse the masses so that it was our fault, basically. It all comes back to the famous book, and it's 1994.
Nova, can we have?
No.
If nobody's ever read it, go and read it.
Darn
because
it.
it's very happening. Big Brother is watching you.
Very much so now.
Well, let's not get into that theory. I am a firm believer, because people are always so naive. I'm telling you what, I'm worried about this person listening or the government listening in, but you have a cell phone. And you're worried about them invading your privacy. It's gonna happen.
If you have Facebook and you have it on your phone, it is updated where you are every 30 seconds. Fact. The metadata updates every 30 seconds on a cell phone. So every 30 seconds.
The same goes for Google itself.
Yep, every 30 seconds. The government, and we all know Google sell information to governments. They sold it to we know the American government have been doing it. Surprise, surprise.
But now they're wanting to ban TikTok now.
Yep.
Well, yeah, there's this thing going on with America doesn't want TikTok, and the fact that Joe Biden's basically declared war on TikTok. If you remember,
it's just as ridiculous as it sounds.
the fact that
forget.
America borrowed all that money off of China.
Yeah, don't forget as well, TikTok's 30-second videos. Well, Joe Biden could only manage 20, so he never made any money on the algorithm.
Could be.
You will do if we'll have Joe Biden turn up. That'd be a viral, wouldn't it? Well, virus might be closer, actually.
Probably.
I was going to say, don't correct yourself.
A virus turning up, the Biden virus. The thought of it's what harm this is going to do to people's mental health. And it's been started a couple of years now. So it's going to get worse. And I think people are going to have to start trying to deal with their mental health in a way of looking after themselves and looking after those close to you and each other, because governments and local authorities are not going to help you. Which is quite scary.
I said the local authorities don't have the money to help.
No.
It's the government does, but won't.
Yeah.
About me. Turn it up.
I mean, I don't do anything particularly interesting, so I mean, they're quite happy they can track me all the life. They're that bored, but
I mean,
yeah, I mean, it's going to be really interesting. Wheels from computer to toilet to computer to kitchen to computer to toilet.
You missed the front room out.
I forgot you've been in front room this week.
What I made. What is it? What is it, Wise? I need to eat.
I say it gets worse than that, though, because I mean, Amazon does it to us as well.
Oh yeah, Amazon. Well, we know Amazon does because you go on something, look at something on Amazon, and suddenly it appears on your feed on Facebook.
Yeah. Or if you've looked on something on Google.
Yeah.
You were looking for? No, I wasn't. Fuck off.
We have a recommendation for, yes.
It's amazing though. They can do all that. They can track what toaster you might be looking at to buy next.
Yeah.
But a terrorist who's running around the country planning on blowing up, I don't know, like the Manchester Arena bombings, and I'm not saying that lightheartedly. Yeah, a terrible situation where children, some were injured, some were obviously killed. Terrible situation. Oh, we didn't know it was going to happen. This tracking thing isn't working very well, is it? You're tracking the wrong thing here.
I mean, I must admit, I had it a few years ago when I'd been up to see my brother, and I don't know how, but somehow the conversation got onto a flashlight, and he says, "What's a flashlight?" You know, just casting the line to see if he can get a bite. So I've gone on to eBay and says, "Oh, that's a flashlight there." Showing him my phone. He's like, "Let me see it." Bang! Buy it now. buy it now. Yeah. Thanks. Cancel. Oh, for a good fortnight afterwards, I was getting the. Are you still interested in a flashlight? Yeah, all fun though.
He's got 3 now.
Well, he keeps burning them out.
Yeah, they keep falling.
God.
There you go, Tyler.
Mental image of the show for everybody.
That's
He's been telling his missus. He's been telling his missus for ages that it's for mixing e-liquid, but
No, it's you stick it in the freezer for a slushy.
you will do once you walk through with one with a slushy in it.
Oh dear.
Hold on, Village. You've been looking at flashlights again. He's given up collecting mods now. He's into flashlights.
Hi, Elisa.
Oh, hey, Lisa.
That didn't take long for the show to head downhill, did it?
That's
No.
okay.
Who are you calling a wanker? I resemble that fact.
I mean, it's better than before the show talking about chickens and everything. So,
Yeah, you're not wrong there. You're not that wrong there, Village. There's nothing new worth.
No.
No new mods. I was going to say that has anybody bothered looking for anything new, and I knew what the answer would be. No.
That's the point.
I have actually seen something I want actually this week. I have seen a new mod that I'm actually considering buying from Mod Maker.
Are you thinking of getting that one?
Rick has got PWM triple 21700 PWM, and I quite like the sound of that.
What? Stop! Stop being so close to me. Yeah,
Oh, what Tyler gets up to with chickens and feathers, we don't even want to go there. And
Hey.
it's not a single feather; it's the whole chicken.
hey, at least mine wasn't frozen.
It won't went off any. Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
looking at.
I did see he's done some mech squonkers as well.
They're not bad price, to be honest. The Squonkers is
Yeah, I think he's taken some of them to Expo as well.
yeah. I think Rich is charging 80 quid. Is it 70 or 80 quid for the Squonkers?
I think so.
That's not
If
bad.
That's
I've
really
probably
not
priced it completely. I probably priced it completely wrong, undercut him, and I'm going to have an irate Rich fucking
Mm.
sending me a message in a bit. You fucking tool! I know the PWMs he's going to be charging 200 for.
Mm.
That's really not even that bad.
It's not. I like the look of it,
Mm.
so I might consider that. Hey, you can go for it if you want, Lee. Get me in trouble as usual. I like. He's a good guy, Rich. He's one of the old school.
And I say it's been around for a long while on the scene.
Mm.
God, we've been 13, 14 years. Rich has been there.
Yeah.
The other thing is, not a lot of people know about Rich. Mod Maker also do a lot of audio cables and connectors now.
Mm.
Oh,
Rich
right.
he does a lot of custom audio connectors.
That's useful to know.
Hey, Village, if I can get one for a tenner, I'll buy out his stock. The only people I can think of that are bringing out anything resembling new mods are people like Oscar.
What's that?
Mm.
Stop.
I know that there's some Forge mods going to be there as well. I know that there's something that's got a clutch switch in it going to be there as well.
Yeah, I think they're re-releasing the Dreamer, aren't they?
Oh yeah, the Dreamer with a clutch switch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That I might be interested in, depending on the price. Even though I haven't really used a mechanical mod for mods, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, because you're a pod wanker now.
I'm not a pod wanker. I am an AIO wanker. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are people vaping on?
Who's got pods for a bit on the side?
I have got a pod for a bit on the side.
Yeah. Who wants to spare?
Thank you, Lee. Thank you.
I did see that new sort of modular.aio has been released as well.
Would you be talking about the dot mod?
Yeah, the new .aio.
Yeah, Mike nipped in chat last night. We were chatting about that.
But I can't eat
Nah, it's ugly.
Yeah,
I think it's ugly.
Mm.
He's got so many weaknesses, it's unreal.
Why didn't they just do a dot mod and do it big enough so you can get a Boro tank in it and limit it to an 18650? Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm.
It wouldn't be that hard to do. But
I mean, you can even get .aio adapters for Boro mods as well now.
Yeah, but why are you going to drop to a 2 mil tank?
Well, exactly.
I don't know.
That's very true, Village.
Yeah,
It
they used to
did.
do stuff like that. Pretty little mods. It was
Mm. Mm.
it's a nice mod. And then now they came out with something that looks like it was designed by, I don't know, a computer.
Mom.
You
Well-
know, I've worked out what they based it on.
Dad.
You know, they want to build that emergency housing using containers. That's what they've based it on.
Basically,
Oh, we'll
it's
just
got-
stick a container on its end here. Another container there.
designed with the aid of Lego
Mm.
and a hammer.
Well, they're also releasing a new dot mod 100-watt device as well with a tank. I saw that as well.
Yeah, but how many 100-watt mods are there out there? Good mod.
Yeah, monkeys are
Yeah,
There's a lot of 100-watt.
open.
yeah, because it'll
I
be
don't-
20. It'll be 21,700. Will it be 21,700? So it'll be probably 18,650. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you can pick those up for 30 quid.
Mm.
I did see it was I'm pretty sure it was a dot mod. It was basically dot mod's version of a noisy cricket.
Oh God, the dot mech,
Yeah.
Mm.
as it was called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like the idea. I've used one, and they do put out the power. The one issue with them, the switch has a nasty habit of the spring on the back loses tension, and you're in parallel 1 minute, and then it flicks and it drops into series.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Oh, that's not good.
So
Yeah, really good design.
at least it goes from parallel to series, not the other way.
I'd rather
Right.
it went the other way.
I was gonna say, yeah. I'd rather lose power.
Because just
I
think
don't
if you're
think-
running a 0.11 for the batteries in parallel and it goes to series,
Well, you'll have about 600 watts.
yeah,
Hmm.
you just set fire to your throat.
Yeah, and have your batteries go off like a fucking rocket.
I've set fire to an EA before. We know that. I did it on a live
Mm.
That's true.
while I was vaping on it. I don't know. I don't think dot mod are as good as they were. I think they've got a little bit. Their designs have got a bit cheap.
Mm.
No, that's a good way to put it.
Because they're like the Petrie RDAs and the Petrie Mech mods were
Mm.
lovely.
Well, look how quickly they dropped the price of that encrusted one. The dot bling dropped. Look how quickly the price of that dropped.
Let's get a piece of steel tube, cover it in glue, and roll it in shiny bits.
Yeah.
So it looks like, no. I don't think that they've ever actually sold one.
There's probably someone that's got one that's got 2 or 3 of the shiny things missing out it somehow that they've got them on their shelf. They've probably only used it once or twice because it's overheated and all the glue's melted probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his wife said
Yeah.
it's scratch.
Mm. To be honest, I don't like the look of that new .aio either.
It's ugly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it probably will work and it'll be quite good, but
I'm sure it probably will. But
That is true,
The-
Village. You see, that says it all. All you've got to do is say, Village, have you got one?
Village didn't buy one. Jesus.
If Village hasn't got one, you know it's shit. We're not out of
Hmm.
this. This is-
Yeah,
Yeah.
but considering you can get the new revival version of the SXK billet box, which comes with a 510 adapter for it, with the
Yeah.
tank, and also the .AIO adapter for it as well. And that's
Yeah,
130 quid.
and the SXK chips are pretty good, to be fair.
It's the DNA version as well.
It's the DNA version for 130.
It's the DNA SXK one on eSig 1.
That's good.
It's a case of can I, should I, can I, should I?
Well, can you and should you are two very different things.
Can you
That
get
is
away
very-
with? Can you get away with getting it without getting caught?
I don't know. But could I get away with the likes of getting another cooker and then finding the .AIO adapter?
That's a good point.
Hmm.
And then buying yourself some new doors.
Yes, because I've seen somewhere that has the doors for them as well. Someone that's actually local as well.
Dad, can I please have Charlie down?
Or all the
Yes, you
pictures that you've
got-
got is
Just a nugget.
So you don't have to worry about the postman.
Put
Then.
them on. I
possibly not.
mean,
That's a good idea. Never thought that.
Pokey was.
But it's a case of if I didn't go to Expo, I'd probably be able to get it.
Yeah.
That's the
And
thing.
when you do go to Expo, you might be able to win it.
You could just say that the petrol prices were dearer on the way to Expo.
Mm,
130 petrol.
mm,
She'll never.
yeah, they went up to £2 a litre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, it is all about the bridges, to be honest, Village.
mm.
And there are some really good ones out there at not expensive prices as well.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Are we going through what we're ripping on?
We'll go outside.
What, buddy?
Go on then.
We'll go outside.
Right. Aries finale with a fresh build in it. I took the cathode coil out that and put a 2632 nichrome 80 in that, which ended up being at 0.42, which was a little toasty, and actually found the wire that I was intending using. So that's coming out at 0.93. I've got some raspberry white chocolate cheesecake from Lucius in that.
Don't get hit by
Usual Lux Exxon Max with some fluid in it, which is Ogs, which I think I need to change coil in that. It's going a bit in the cooker with the Mullen bridge in it again as usual, re-wick because it was needing it, with some ELFC's Amy and the Gen 200 with the iTank 2 and some Strawberry Swirl from Lucius. That's what I'm on. I'll pass that on to Tyler.
No, thank you, sir. Only a couple this week. Still have the Cloud Chasers Hive V2. That's sitting on the Aegis right now. It's also been running. Mostly, it's been sitting on the Kennedy last day or two. So I kept trying the damn thing up. But somebody over here in the corner, Mr. Troll, said I was going to be blowing too many clouds all show, so we went regulated. And then And then with the collab box, the TBL collab box, Plan B with the Bonza 1.5 actually on top. And a sensible 1.14 build. Thank you. That has my mango peach in it, and the high V2 has my grape in it. Yeah, short and simple this week, guys. All right, Bill, what you got?
That was a perfect segue. You went short and simple, Bill.
Thanks, Matt. Bitch.
No problem, buddy.
Just on the usual VMAX. This thing is just a flavour machine. Then G2 with the Blaze, Riva DNA with another Blaze, and my usual liquid, which is my own coconut custard. Go on then, Matt.
Coca with some MK doors on and the Odd Job tank in it, which has some custard Nick salts from King's Custard, Young James, Stuart Locust, which has a stock coil and the tank from the Kuka in it, which is unusual for me to use stock coils.
I was going to say, you feeling okay?
Yeah. Don't use it that often. Billet box, which has the Mike Vapes
Blaze.
tank in. Yep, got the Blaze in, which got some black currant in there. Never going to be able to get the black currant out of it because that's all that's in there. Little Yeehee Pure Max again. Black currant ice in that, which is good. QP Designs B2 Juggernaut on the Yeehee B2. I'm pushing it now. Death Wish DNA 250C. Yeah. And last but not least, the Clutch with Twisted Messes Pro on. And that is it. So.
Is that the Clutch 18?
Yeah. The Clutch X18.
They've come down about in price again.
Yeah, they've come down in price. Well, I'll pick one up first. It's good mod. The only thing I will say is if anybody buys one, check the 510 screwed in properly.
Yep. Yeah, because I had one for a year, Matt, and thought there was something wrong with the damn mod, and that was all it was half tightened 2 screws.
I am not a pod wanker, thank you, Village. A wanker, definitely, but not a pod wanker.
Yeah, Village, I like how he brought the mech out, even though he said he hasn't used a mech in how long.
Well,
that's true.
Oh, look, he even left it wicked and full of juice.
Yeah, I should have cleaned that out.
I was waiting for that.
So it just needs a few
De-spider.
Burn the spiders out and it'll be all right then. But, I don't know. I just at the minute I can't be asked to use a mech. I mean, I've got mechs sat round me, but I don't know. Seem to always end up going to pods AIOs and shit. I think it's just laziness, to be honest. And I think a lot of it is the same at the minute.
That's all that seems to be coming out at the moment, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, there's been no decent RDAs come out that I've seen. Everybody goes on about the Death Wish Regenesis. I looked at the deck on it and I was like, it looks shit. Don't like it. Sorry, don't like the deck.
Now the mech, on the other hand, looks nice.
The mech, love it. The RDA, I think, why the hell they put that deck the way they did, I don't know.
I get what they were trying to do, but it just looks dumb.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to look at things and think, well, why change it if it's working? Everything has been tried with RDAs and build decks. Everything has been tried. Mounting your coils upside down has been tried, for fuck's sake.
Mounting them vertically, yeah.
Yeah.
It all comes back to stuff like the Goon. All comes back to that. Which is why I still have the Goon version 1.5.
Yeah.
Still got about 4 or 5 of those. But Village, what's your go-to vape daily? What do you use when you like vaping around the house or at work or whatever? Because I bet you're not taking anything special. It'll be something basic and simple.
Well, that's a good point. As far as innovation goes, what is there left to really do? They haven't tried. Hey, stop it. You've had top-down airflow, you've had bottom-up airflow, side airflow.
And yeah, I can go to my RDAs. I can pull one RDA out that's design goes back to 2013, and it knocks them all out of the park for flavour. One RDA, that's all I need, and that's a Kennedy.
Yeah.
If you put a Kennedy with a set of decent mech coils in around 0.1, you're laughing. That works because it was done simple. Is it an arse to wick? Yes. Yeah, exactly, Village, because the Juggernaut V2, good flavour. It's simple. It works. It works. And I don't see any innovative stuff coming out from anybody.
No.
I really don't.
I mean, look at the vertical coil Bora we were talking about earlier. They're going backwards now, trying to figure stuff out that would work.
Oh, the Zen. The Cthulhu Zen. I like the idea of it, but everybody I've seen build it has either had major issues with leaking or major issues with it airlocking, and it doesn't, it just doesn't work.
Dry hits, yeah.
We were doing vertical coils like that and building round them for ages ago. Like 2015, we were doing stuff like that. I don't think it's moved. I don't think it's groundbreaking technology. I think the only thing technological that's come out recently that is actually groundbreaking is probably the EE Pure Max pod, because of the way that works with temperatures.
Yeah.
in your juice. That works. Apart from that, I haven't seen anything special.
No.
And if it's RDAs and stuff, it comes down to what coils you've got in there anyway, whose coils they are, who's built the coils.
Well, it's who's built them and what they've used to make them with. We were talking earlier, quality of wire is everything.
The thing is, Village, is it does seem a waste of cotton. It's not just that, it's the fact that it's such a fine line between it working or flooding or working and you got to dry it. It just... And nobody, not one reviewer, has said how long the cotton lasts in it, because I'm willing to bet it doesn't last that long.
Oh, yeah, the breakdown's got to be horrible.
I think the Blaze AIO tank or borrow tank, I think that is probably one of the best borrow tanks that's been released. I really do.
I think Mike Bape's just got it right with the whole Blaze line.
Blaze RTA, brilliant.
Yeah.
The Blaze AIO, Boro, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, really good. And they're at a good price.
Yeah, you got.
The Juggernaut, I think he's definitely up there. Especially
you can still pick them for 20 quid, yeah.
When it was going for 20 quid for that for an RDA, that's a bargain.
That's a genuine bargain. Yeah.
I mean, I think the retail price on them was what, 70 quid, 80 quid, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Like that.
Cool, Matt. Buy me one and send it over.
It cost us more than to buy. It cost us more than postage, and it would to buy it.
That's the scary part, isn't it?
Yeah, is it?
I mean, I think I bought mine when they had reduced it to 35 or 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought my first one at about...
Trick to it again.
It was something really stupid, like $37.99.
Yeah.
And I picked up a second one when it had come down under 25. But it says it all, because there's very few things where I've bought more than one. And the Blaze and the Juggernaut are the two tanks that I have bought two of.
By right.
And I've got loads of different RTAs, and the rest of them just seem so much fat. And you're always worried about getting that one flood that'll destroy your mod. And it won't happen with the Juggernaut or with the Blaze.
True. Yeah, I still love the Death Wish isolation tank.
See how kind this actually is.
Which is in no way is it a revolutionary tank. No way whatsoever. Nothing about it is revolutionary. It's old school. But it works. Yeah.
It'll take a bit more power.
It does. I mean, it's around 120 watts.
Double.
That's what I usually set up. So. The M25 was the same, though, that Village is on about.
Yeah.
Mine's around here somewhere. Not sure where, but it's around here somewhere.
Mine's on the shelf. I've not touched it yet.
And the freezer.
Treasure! 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 The treasure!
I think we're just going to have to wait to see what happens with this vape exodus, and because
Well, there's a good
everybody's
question. There's a question for you, Matt. Say everything pulls through. Say, you know, the numbers actually turn on to our side and everything works out. Do you think the Chinese companies are going to come back into production RDAs?
Oh,
Or are they going to
Not
keep going? Or is it going to keep being pods?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to say. I would say that the way it's looking, the more and more China are heading towards sealed unit stuff. Yep, change the rules on vaping, or the beatings will continually.
The thing is, China knows they make money on pods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really is that simple.
Yeah.
We got to think about
You're
the
selling-
rebuy about
You're
it.
selling, you're selling RTA once.
Yeah.
You sell a pod every 2 weeks.
It's the same with stock
to the same
coils.
user. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, look how many different types of coils were churned out for the TFV8 and the TFV8 Baby, and
I
then the
think-
Prince and all those.
Oh, fuck.
I think Village is right. I think we might end up going more down the stock coil route.
Mm.
And I wonder if the Yeehee Pure Max pod, with the development that they've put into that, is that their way of maybe doing development work for some sort of sub-ohm tank.
Well, they did have a sub-ohm tank.
Yeah, it was fucking horrible.
I never had the pleasure of it. But
Oh,
don't forget
it was-
also, there was the sub-ohm tank that was available for the V-Class
Yes.
Yeah.
as well.
I think Yeehee could end up pulling the trick of some sort of sub-ohm tank using the
Dad, look.
stock coils,
What's
like
this?
Pure Max style coils. So it's more focused on temperature. It does mean the coils would last a lot longer.
Yeah.
But then you think about it, not all mods are being released that have got temp control on them. That's the thing. Unless they release it as a sort of basic kit with a temp control mod for it.
It's going to be Yeehee, so it's not going to be cheap.
No. But if they do a
Well,
basic sort of budget brand like that,
It's a good thing you actually didn't.
if they're going to do
Possible.
it, they'll put it through IPV.
yeah.
Get out the
Yeah, it would, yeah. Or they'd do
I can see
something similar to that or something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I can see them doing it through IPV because
I
they're
think the
just
thing
starting
is
to resurrect it.
stock coil technology has come on a long way. Really has. Stock coil technology is.
Well,
Without
considering all of
Yeehee-
them are now mesh.
Yeah, and I hate mesh as a rebuildable material. But if it is being used in a stock coil, some of it is really, really good.
Yeah.
You're missing. You're missing.
Have you not got one of these, Village? Have you not got the little Pure Max?
He's like,
The Pure Max is
here.
absolutely brilliant. Definitely recommend the Pure Max.
But
And they're going quite cheap now for what they are.
Mm.
hey, it's your turn. Daddy,
I mean, the Pure Max does everything that the V-Class should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
For once, all of the hype that certain reviewers built up.
That will actually
Tell you what, Village, get one.
I would say get one as well. Yeah.
The
One
coils,
time the hype is right. It's not just hype.
coils on them last. It's ridiculous. The coils last for so long.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And yet, you put a juice in to get the coil saturated. Like, I mean, you know all that anyway. But as soon as it's saturated, as soon as you start vaping on it, from the first hit, it's flavour. It's there.
Mm.
It's weird. It really is. It's like, you
Mm.
shouldn't be doing this.
And then you think about a month or so later, why haven't I changed this pod yet?
Yeah.
And then
I should
another
change
3
this
weeks later,
coil.
and then another 3 weeks later, you're thinking, surely it must be ready to change by now. Obviously, it depends on.
Yeah, this is
I
what I
think-
mean, Lee. This is people, when you say it to people, when Bill and I have said it to people, and Craig said it, people go like, yeah, right, yeah, okay. And then you do it and you're like, no, there must need changing soon.
Mm.
I don't know what they've done. Whatever
That
technology.
that first pod of mine lasted 2 months.
My first pod lasted 3 months, and I'm thinking, surely the flavour's got to drop off. Surely it's got to drop off. And I put about 250 ml of e-liquid through it.
That
Mm.
And it's like, nope, still there.
okay, Dad. I called Dad and check.
And I'm notorious for buying stuff, and within a week it's just sat on the
I
shelf.
charge him saying check me.
I'm still using it.
Yeah.
I bought this in January.
And the best bit is, if you get it down to like, that's just getting on to where the limit is, but you get the level down to on that little white line, and where you might start getting dry hits, even if you get to that point,
Check
the mod
me.
just goes, yep, you're going to have a dry hit. Yep, shut that down.
Yeah, and it won't
You're not
fire.
burning. Oh, dipstick. You're not burning the cotton.
I want to challenge you this time, Dad.
I don't get it how they've done it, but yeah.
There.
I think e-cig one at the minute, Village have got them on for, I think it was 30 quid. I think.
Mm.
I think it's 30 quid.
You just be first.
I'd definitely say, if you want it for like a work mod, it's perfect.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 quid.
Yeah, the charge in it lasts you ages.
Now, are those clip-in or magnetic pods?
Clipping.
Clipping.
Oh, are they?
Mm.
Yeah, so you'd be safe for work.
That's what I was thinking.
You wouldn't end up with a pod full of swarf.
And it takes quite a bit of force to take them out as well, because you got the two metal prongs that it actually, which gives.
Yeah, it. I'm doing a Vic here. I'm going to end.
Why?
No, seriously, it's quite. It's well made.
Mm.
So
You will get a little condensation.
Responsibility, man. Well,
Not much though.
No.
With the 0.6 coil, it'll handle 70-30 in liquid, no bother.
Mm.
yeah.
In fact, what I've got in is closer to about 75, maybe 80-30, 80-20, I mean,
You're taking
Mm.
This is too much.
because I've mixed
Yeah.
custard with a commercial e-liquid, and it's brilliant.
Wow. Oh,
My custard's 90%.
Mm.
I have never ever on a live show Vicked a tank. Oh, that's because I don't use the acid. I know how to whip.
Oh, look,
Fucking
it doesn't leak.
Yeah. Bump.
Damn.
Mm.
Oh dear. Poor Victor.
Honestly, I've had this leak once. And when I took it apart, yeah, I screwed up the wicking. My fault. Nothing to do with the tank. It was me.
Yeah, but didn't you
But
do that
like-
when you were tired, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I
wicking
would.
it late one.
I remember you saying,
I
yeah.
re-wicked it late one. Yeah, re-wicked it late one night when we were in a chat. Then went to bed and it was laid on its side on my bed and it leaked. My fault.
Good job.
You know,
He
I'm
ended
not
up with a
blaming
wet
the
patch.
tank.
Mm.
Well, it makes a change.
Mm.
Yeah, that's very true, Tyler. If the Titan leaks, you're fucked.
Oh, and I can just do like this. Oh no, the thing else. I'll have it fruit.
Yeah.
How are you in? Take some responsibility, man.
Yeah, that was one tank I never bothered getting was the Titan.
Man, I mean the best.
And I still have an original Titan in the box unused.
I just never bothered it. It's not a tank that I particularly bothered me.
Well, you've never had a
Remember all the
hog
hassle?
either, have you?
Do you remember all the hassle Jenny's brother had with the Titan?
Yeah.
No, I just mean that's the responsibility.
Screws made of Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Insulators that didn't insulate anything.
No, lesson responsibility, not lesson.
And it just
When
shorted
I
itself
was
out.
Yes, irresponsible.
I was in that live when we were building it, and Kieran stuck it on top of a hog, and like it was firing. I was like, unscrew that now and take the fucking batteries out. Because it was just firing until all to itself. It was direct shorting. I was like, no, take
Oh,
that
shit.
out. Take that out.
Yeah.
We do not want to fire.
Straight
Yeah,
hard
that-
shot.
How do I?
They're notorious.
That's so much. What's into it?
Mm.
Steam Crave's build quality is not the greatest.
You must not know.
Well, it's like me and Craig were talking earlier about how easy it is to cut yourself on a steam crate tank
Possible.
Mm.
because the machining is just, I mean, it's not that it's I don't want to say the machining's horrible, but it's a very industrial machining. It's not rounded at all. It's not there for, the ease of use of it.
It's Chinese.
Well, I've bent the inside where the deck goes a couple of times, and I've had to sort of push it out with the pliers so that the deck would go in on the V2 that I've got.
It's very,
Damn.
very Chinese build quality.
Well, then I can hop over here.
Yeah, and then you've got the screw quality that seem to be made out of cheese or something.
Mm.
They are probably the worst screws I've ever seen in any atomizer.
Yeah. You might as well replace them every time you replace the coils.
Yeah, near enough. Mm. I think I rounded off. Two of the Allen screws on the V1 that I had.
That's not good.
But even if you suggest to them,
It's my turn.
because I spoke to them about it, and I said you need to change the screws to something that's hardened. Oh yeah, but that add more money to the price of the part of the product. I went, even if you
Yeah.
put like a couple of extra dollars on the price, the price that they're paying for fucking screws is
Mm.
Or at
not
least
even
with the way their website always was as far as extras go, sell for a 5-pack of screws, make them $1 a piece for all I care. Make them hardened fucking screws that are not going to be an issue.
The new Titan RTA comes with 500 free screws.
Okay.
Which hopefully will last a month.
Right.
Only thing is, I went on Amazon and bought a load of hardened screws, grub screws. And they cost me about 2p each.
Yeah.
4 screws. That's 8 pence.
Well, thank you.
That's
You're forever.
how is that going to break the bank?
This.
You're dealing with China, mate. It's ridiculous. It really is. It is.
Use my playing by the rules. Use my piece.
I mean,
It's playing by the
isn't it?
rules.
They are so cheap to
Yep.
buy
Jack.
proper quality screws.
Mm.
I agree, but
Oh, it's you out. They're gonna miss being alive.
oh god, mate, they're
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because I remember you stuck the gunmetal on top of gunmetal on the hog and it never lined up.
Yeah, but you could get a gunmetal mod from Steam Crave and a gunmetal RTA, and they didn't match.
Mm.
No,
Let alone, mind you, the gunmetal mod, most of the paint would have come off it anyway, so it wouldn't have made much difference.
It did, and then the 510 fucking came out of a lipo mod.
Mm.
That's
Yep.
why I won't touch Steam Crave's mods anymore, because they're shit. The build
Mm.
quality is shit.
No fun.
But yeah,
I became
it's a bit of a shame, really, because the technology, the stuff they do, it's good. In one way, the ideas all there. All of the ideas are there,
You're the princess.
but the quality here,
Yeah, I want to talk you out.
it's
Man.
the only
Well,
alternative.
didn't you say the soldering was horrible on the 510?
Oh yeah.
I looked at mine and I won't touch it again. The soldering's
wouldn't-
that bad.
It's liable
Well-
to fall off.
The
Is that a
problem
Bill
is
Bond
that-
soldering job?
The problem is they've tried to solder it direct onto stainless steel.
The one time they've used a decent material, and then they try and solder to it. Like, what fucking pillock came up with?
You cannot solder stainless steel. End of.
Mm.
You.
I'll stick with like deaf mods or fucking. I would say Voltro, but I refuse to pay Voltro price.
I'll stick with QP and the Blaze.
Yeah,
Mm.
I personally think Voltro are overpriced. Really,
Okay, I'm still fighting. I get a lot
You look at it,
Everything's
very,
out of stock
very
on the
basic.
Voltro website anyway,
I have
they're always out of
Yeah.
stock. mate.
because they had a 40% off thing, which has cleared them out.
And I take you out.
Shrek's probably bought them all.
I take you out. Okay.
Don't know. I think they were out of stock when he mentioned that they were on sale.
Oh, look at all the choices. I'll choose that. I'll choose this.
I think he said the only thing that they had was the mini RBA, the Bordeaux RBA.
Will you ever burn? It's good that you actually paid attention to
Right, have we got anything else to talk about?
Do you want to touch on Expo a little bit?
Yeah, go for
No.
it. Go.
No, just wondering if you wanted.
Yeah, I could talk
Colton.
about Expo. I know you're going.
Oh,
Excuse me.
depends whether or not, yeah. Yeah, it's a. I
No,
don't know. I
you're-
probably will do.
I just can't be bothered to be fair.
Are you having
I can't be bothered.
Mm.
Hey, you're using. Hey, how dare you?
Hey.
You used my pizza
Hey.
cheat this time.
No yelling.
Well, when you do it, I do it.
I
I'll just
I think Expo will be worth a visit to see the people who are going. You know, people who are going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
If you're going for the day to go shopping, you just don't waste your time.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. In my opinion.
When are you going, Lee?
Going Sunday. I'm just going to take a quick bathroom break.
You want my pawns to protect myself? You want to protect yours? Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'll just take you out.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Just go here.
I'll be honest, I cannot be bothered with going because there are several people who I am less than enamored with,
Mm-hmm.
who I'm likely to bump into.
Come on, where's my going?
Yeah, we don't need Bill ending up in frickin' jail over the weekend.
Plus, also, you don't need the stress either, Bill.
True.
Mm-hmm.
As I've said before, I'd rather do what I am, which is I'm going to go see Gavin Newman.
Yeah.
Far more interesting.
Always up to them. You need to protect my home.
Yeah, I'd rather go see Gavin Newman.
Mm.
It's
That's not my palm. I mean, you can't.
I just don't need the aggro going.
Mm.
But trying to deal with some of the advocacy stuff, there are certain people who have annoyed me greatly with their attitudes.
I'm surprised Village ain't going.
You're cheating.
Very surprised Village ain't going. But again,
Josh.
No, he's got a good point though. As far as an expo goes, if you,
Mhm.
yeah, there's obviously people you want to see, but if you're going as a collector, as somebody's a hobbyist trying to actually pick something new up, unless you're going to go buy a 400 or 500 pound mod that's stab wood and
Mhm.
everything else, what are you really going to go for?
the thing
Well,
is,
yeah.
if you're going
Or
to
a couple of drip
Expo,
tips.
I don't want to know about your tips.
Mm.
And why they're dripping.
Mm.
If you're going to Expo you're going to go up probably on the Friday, so you'll be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you got the hotel on top.
You look
You
like
got
that.
food on top,
Mhm.
petrol, and that doesn't even warrant thinking about with petrol at the minute. The petrol prices.
Well, it'll probably cost me 60
Well, where
quid
you're
in
coming from,
60 quid in diesel.
yeah, it's not going to be cheap, is it? From there,
No, especially when I'd have to be up at 6 o'clock to leave for 6:30. So it'll take me 3 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, it's similar for me.
Yep.
Especially also, I'll be finishing work at 1 o'clock that morning.
Oh, geez.
How do you make it so?
the thing is, if you go to Expo, I mean,
It's still.
the first bit of your journey is the hard bit till you get the M5, isn't it?
You can move so much spaces.
From your part of the woods, because you'll come up M5, won't you?
You can only move one
Yeah.
player at a time. But
Yeah.
you can move so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's very true, Village.
you can't move so far across the board, or they'll probably
You can go abroad for the price now.
It's so true, Village. And there's a few people who are going to be at Expo I would like to see. There are a few. There's some of the old lot I'd like to see. There's some of the old lot I really don't want to see, and it wouldn't be a good idea for me to bump into at the moment, just because of the whole attitude things. And what's the point in putting myself in that position? Plus, it's going to cost me a flight over to Birmingham.
Mhm.
So that's 80 quid, 60 to 80 quid. Hotel.
Another 200 on top of that for the hotel.
Yeah. I can't be bothered, mate. Then you got food and snacks and stuff like that. And then you've got... And that's before you've even got to Expo and possibly thought about actually buying anything.
Yeah.
On. Now you're using a rock. Stop using a rock. You can move all across the board. You.
Oh, will you now, Mr. Lee? You're more than welcome, mate. It'll probably cost you less to come over and do the Northwest 200 than it will. In fact, it'll cost you a lot less to go to Expo.
Yeah, but then they see you, and then there's that you have to take the toll of their mental health. Subtract that from the total.
All right, Dave.
David.
Dave.
Dave, stop looking in the mirror.
Yeah, I need to think. whether I'm going to go or not.
The thing is if you want to go, mate, you know, I don't blame you. It's just the cost, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the cost, and it's the if I didn't go. I mean, yeah. Well, there's the members area for people that have already bought tickets, so you get a free ticket and just pay the £1.50 for the booking fee. Then you got 20 quid on top for the parking.
I know that one, Dave.
Then you got 60 to 70 quid for fuel. Well, that 60 to 70 quid could be saved to go towards a billet box or someone else.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason, like, I know Bunny is obviously going. I see why Bunny's going, because Bunny's obviously she goes for like the trade side of things.
Let's do this. I want to play Sonic. Yes.
Just up for the Sunday, up and back.
Yes. Sonic.
Fuck me, that's gonna be a long day for me.
Why are you saying chess? Chess.
I don't know. I need to work out.
What? I want a turn at tablet. I want a turn. I want to play with Trenton. I want Dino.
I don't know. I need to work out. I mean, it's not like I've got a shortage of juice in the cupboard either.
Dad, I want the bottle.
That's the thing.
See, I honestly didn't see the day that Village wouldn't be going to an yes, obviously the module will win, yes.
I've still got one sealed in the packaging from one of the previous expos.
Damn.
Want me to make you lose? Hey! Excuse me,
Yeah.
Dad. Did you see?
Knowing Dave, he's probably still got sealed in the cabinet.
If not, people can play it.
2015 that he was meant to review.
Hey, come on, let's do that.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, 2013.
4 o'clock.
Remember that he used to go in that cupboard and come back and go, oh, look. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah. Oh, meant to do a review on that.
but I need a tablet.
That's very true, Lisa.
Mm.
Very true.
Well, yeah, this is true, Village. I'll tell you what, I think the whole vape community. Yeah. Well, I don't think there is a vape community anymore. Really, seriously, that there is not such community left. There's still a few good people, about.
Mm.
Oh, well, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's impossible to beat you. You should.
Oh, they'd be just nicely steeped then, Dave.
Mm.
Extra diacetyl.
Remember.
Oh, that would have been after diet people. There won't be any diacetyl in them.
Mate, Dave, you can sell them to the kids on the estate.
Mm.
Dodgy Dave's black market e-liquids.
Mm.
Made in the bathtub.
Yeah, Dave's dodgy. Yeah, Dave's dodgy e-liquid. Yeah.
Yeah, just use the bucket down the side of the flat.
I agree, Village. I agree with you. I
Mm.
just think it's
Dad, Trent's cheating.
ridiculous.
You did
but-
my piece.
Oh.
Except you.
Oh, it's good. Do you still have Matey Boy stamping above you, or is he not there anymore?
You.
He had a fall out of his window a week ago.
Did he? Mm, accidentally.
Dave was trying to grab him as he fell.
As he went past the window.
Mm.
Just punch it, just time it right and punch him as he goes past.
Honestly, officer, those bruises were already on him.
Yeah, the DQ out. Yeah. The battle against the Kings again.
Well, at least it's a good alarm clock for you.
Great. Just what
He's
you
got
need.
an alarm clock. He goes for a pee at 7:30 every morning.
Yeah,
Then he
but he
wakes
doesn't
up
get
at
up
8.
till 8.
I'm
Yeah.
going King. Listen, I'm choosing a new game. No, give me it.
He was
I
up
want
at
her.
3:30,
Oh,
4:30,
I want her Sonic checkers.
30.
Mm.
I want her Sonic.
Stop.
Sonic. All right, want Sonic. There. Let's do it. Well.
So is that? So that's 3 different sets of slippers. So one set for 3:30, and then he lets them dry, puts them on the radiator, and puts another pair on at 4:30, puts them on the radiator. Then 5:30, he puts them on the radiator. Then at 6:30, he takes the ones from 3:30 because they'll be dry by then.
Stop it. Stop it. See?
Apparently, yeah.
No.
It stops
I
the
don't-
springs going your sleep.
I don't think you have to, Dave. That it's not like it's not written down. It's not a rule.
No.
You don't have to. But there are benefits to getting out of bed.
I want to buy it for.
At least lean over the side, man. Come on.
Unless soggy bed would be one of them.
This is too easy. Dad, beat me again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what kids.
Mhm.
What do you for once? No.
See, if you had your head
At least
screwed
my
on, Dave,
Sonic
what you do is move the bed
reward.
right next to the window, have the window open. That way you can pee out the window.
What?
Yeah, but you take the Viagra as well, so it can then go out the window.
It's upside down, Lex.
You see the kids walking out in the morning. Fuck me, it's
Oh,
raining.
it's fucking raining again. Hey.
You see, watch this not letting me have a turn. Give your brother a turn. Give your brother a turn.
Give him a turn.
Never would
So
have given it to me.
it's from that most people in here are like, yeah, Expo.
I tried.
It's a bit of a shame, really.
It is. It stops being something to look forward
It
to.
was.
And it used to be. It used to be. You could have. It was definitely a go down, see your mates, have a good laugh, and it was very much a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that seems to have vanished, but never mind. Times move on.
Hmm.
Times move on.
Fine. Darn it. I want to read the tablet solo.
Okay. Wesley, give him a turn.
But he never, ever sings. I want turn. Anyways. Okay, I'm going to look at this in the kitchen. We don't know. Well, secretly, we have to
Do we have any
tablet
we
upstairs.
need to cover?
You found a way to watch Mickey Mouse's kid stuff. No, I did not.
Could be.
Even though
I think that was one of the things that killed Expo, Dave.
Wes never lets me have what I want.
Among other things that you know about anyway, Dave.
You're such a tat.
The whole community type thing, you know, the whole or lack of community. You know, that sort of spoiled things.
It's impeccable. Dad, what does impeccable
Mm.
mean?
And also the fact that there's so many trying to get free shit as well.
Yeah.
There was the free shit hunters anyway, but there's even more.
Dad, I want
Yeah, exactly, Dave.
impeccable meaning.
The thing is, it's like why everybody's got this thing of a show.
You, Wes, I need
got
that
the-
tablet.
This is why I said when we did this, I did not want this show based on a script. I refused to do it because nothing really that came from Dave. Though. Because doing a show scripted and saying, right, at such and such a time, we're going to talk about this subject. Then we're going to talk about this at 6:00 and blah. Fuck off. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
No.
It's the idea of a show is to have a chat. If somebody's got something they want to talk about in chat, fine, talk about it. We'll, you know.
Wes, I'm giving you a turn.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, that's not how he hands stuff. I never have you with
Exactly, Lee. We don't need those.
Oh, Dave. AIO.
David, stop punching. David, calm down. Stop punching the monitor. They're expensive. Actually, while
Matt,
we've got
notice I'm actually vaping it.
Well done. I want to know what Dave's opinion is on this situation with the government and the vape ban. I want to see what Dave says about it.
Yeah.
Has he dozed off again?
I don't know.
Somebody poke him, mate.
Oh, he's awake.
Did you guys take the rubber?
Yeah, you did, Dave.
Dad.
Oh,
You never
sorry.
notice you're smoking in my face.
Oh, stop.
It's not smoke, it's vapor.
Thank you. Trust me, I drill that home all the time.
I keep saying that, having to say that to the wife. It's not smoke, it's vapor.
Oh, trust me, I've got a couple guys at work that actually consistently vape, and I'll sit there and they'll be like, the one guy asked me for a bottle of juice. I'm like, sure, I'm not real worried about it. Go to give it to him. He's like, yeah, I've been smoking this flavor. I'm like, dude, you're not smoking anymore. You're combusting nothing.
Does he come out? Have you got any more of that oil?
No, thankfully.
Let's go get.
I think, I think unfortunately, Dave, the disposables gave them away in, and as this is what I was saying earlier before you came on, Dave, about this, is that this is where we needed community to all pull together, and as per usual, the community did their utmost to do the complete opposite and turn it into a punch up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Dad, you forgot
To
my
some extent, I agree with you, Dave.
Yeah.
It's too little, too late. Even though, like Bill and I, and the guys have all been trying to do something about it and let people know, and tell people what's going on with the advocacy for the past, I don't know, few months, and advise
Since
people what they need to do. Yeah, since January.
Since January.
And people will not listen. And part of the issue is, Dave, and this is where if you were still doing the channel, I know you would be going off your fucking head.
Yeah.
It is down to those other reviewers. A lot of it is down to reviewers not getting behind the situation. They've got the subscribers, and rather than going, right, guys, this week's show, I want to talk about this. I want you all to go and have a look at this. This is the facts. This is what we need to do. Let's get it sorted. If all vapors did that, all of the casters did it, we may have got somewhere. Yeah. Yep.
That's very true.
I kind of, do you know what? I kind of knew when I asked a question to Dave what he was going to say. I kind of already predicted roughly what he was going to say.
But this one.
It's so all Dave has done is he's actually really more point in my brain what I thought. Hey ho.
Go. Never's gonna pull slide more in there.
Hey ho.
Good.
Not leaving.
And the unfortunate thing is, I mean, we've said this already, that with the tax coming in with the liquids, it opens the door for them to start taxing devices more as well.
Mm-hmm.
And what I said, and what nobody ever seems to think about in the vaping community that there is it's all right for me. It's all right for Craig. It's all right for all of us lot and people like, especially Village. We've all got loads of mods. We've all got plenty of mods. We've all got plenty of stuff. We can keep vaping. We've got stuff that will keep going forever.
Right?
Yeah.
But if you're somebody who has decided to give up cigarettes for a healthier lifestyle, for your health reasons, you're fucked.
But
Yeah.
You're well and truly. You. That's it. No chance. So it's not possible. And that takes us all back to that's going to affect people's mental health and their health generally, and
and disproportionately it will affect people's with mental health issues.
hey, Mr. Dobson.
Well,
Now, here's another one of the troublemakers. Mr. Dobson.
Yeah.
He's a right troublemaker, that William Dobson, I tell you.
You're just
Bless
fast.
him. He was another one who was, shall we say, belittled.
Yeah.
Do it. He's over before and credits and bills. Mr. Riley Winston was out.
I think
It's
is
nice.
people keep going on about this is the petition for about flavour ban. That's completely irrelevant because both in the duty bill and in the smoking and vaping bill going through Parliament now, it gives the Home Secretary the power to do whatever he wants when it comes to flavours. It's in both bills.
Is it really so bad again? Yes. Yes.
So that petition for the about flavour ban was irrelevant because it didn't even look at it as an issue when it needed to, which was back last October when the other consultation paper was done.
Mhm.
Which half of them were thrown out because it was they deemed it was AI that were filling them in, weren't they?
Yeah.
Now, if you think how many of them would have, how many of us hobbyist vapors would have given similar answers, if not the same?
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
That's very true.
And they've put that down as it being, even though everyone had to click on the link saying, yes, this is my email address, how many of them have been taken into account thinking that all the, because most of us, as I said, most of us would have all had the similar answers.
Well, it's another excuse, though, Craig. It's another reason for them to throw out, people's responses and make it seem like nobody cares.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, Dave's going to get on to his politics in a minute. I can see it. And to be honest, he's quite right. We have given the politicians way too much power in this country.
Yeah.
We have allowed them to have it. That's the thing. Any of us, Lisa, any of us would be quite happy to. I am quite happily to have a proper discussion, and this goes for anybody in the vaping who I've criticised, and I've criticised a few people, not nastily, but I have just said facts that I feel they should do more, which they obviously don't like. Oh yeah, we know that, Dave. And Dave did a lot to do with the disability activist side of things. It's like I said, I'd quite happily sit on a show or in a room or whatever, and I will have a discussion with any of the reviewers I've criticised. But none of these reviewers I have criticised have bothered coming back at me. Now that proves one thing to me: that I am right in what I'm fucking saying.
Yeah.
And that they haven't.
I mean, what?
Or
Sorry,
Matt, they're not interested in what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
At the end of the day, soon, rather than later, we are going to be in a position where we're suddenly going, where can we get nicotine? Where can we get vaping, e-liquid and so on? And those
Look where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm already at that point.
Yeah.
And like Dave said, we have no criticism of you personally, but we have managed to go, oh, America. We've managed to go along with it, going, oh, America. Yeah, we won't happen here.
That is happening now.
Open your eyes.
Read the bill. It's happening.
I mean, you look at the emails that are coming out from the likes of Nicotine UK, they are regularly running out of their stocks. And they've only got 2 or 3 orders left to come in of their batches of nicotine.
Yeah,
Everyone's stock. People are stockpiling.
You know, one of the people on that, I'm trying to do it without saying any names, but one of the people on that Facebook comment the other day put, oh, it's all right, I've got 3 litres of nicotine. Right, okay, you've got 3 litres of nicotine. Okay, so depending how much you vape, that could last you maybe 4 to 5 years. Maybe.
You get restless, aren't you,
And that's a big maybe with nicotine.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for 5 years, you'll be okay. What are you going to do after that?
Ted, it's 1:30. I'm getting really hungry.
You're not going to be making your own nicotine. But,
No.
You're fine.
yes, they are. Yeah, exactly, William. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They've actually also said they want it to go down the likes of Australia, where everyone's going to have a prescription.
I'm super hungry.
Wesley, hold on.
And there's the black market going to explode right there and then.
Here the dogs.
Oh, the whole black market thing really does scare the fucking shit out of me.
What everybody's forgetting is the black market's already got half of the vaping market in the UK.
Yes.
But not only that, how much negative press is there going to be from someone that maybe gets ill from purchasing one of these black market nicotine products? The press are going to latch right onto that. Illicit vape causes.
And do you know what? What Dave has just put there, I keep forgetting I can highlight these. What Dave has just put there is exactly the comments that I've been saying to these people. And they feel they can belittle me by saying, oh, have you taken enough of your meds, Matt? Well, be grateful I take my meds. I'll take it on the chin. I can take that. That's not an issue. But it's coming to a point where it's going to be bad.
What's coming is scary. But if this bill actually passes before the general election, Labour can come in and in a matter of weeks shut down vaping.
Yeah.
Not months, not years, weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And then you're going to
the
be.
Secretary has the power to do whatever he wants without recourse to the population.
Don't get my tablet while I'm in the bathroom.
So
Because it will
essentially,
be law.
what you've got left in your vape cupboard.
When I come in or when I'm done, don't touch it.
You know, and I'm sure quite a few of us have got a bit of this sort of in stock, as it were. But it's not going to last forever.
No, exactly.
Well,
have to agree with you there, Dave. Not sure why people are not making the voices heard.
Do you know what I'm going to say is that I think that some of these people who said they are doing bits and have set up groups, I think they've done it for the look at me, aren't I good? Look at what I'm doing. For the glory.
But they've not
It's
actually
nice.
done anything.
It's nice to be known as the person that's doing something and the person that's doing something. You know, well, I agree with some of the comments that were made. I agree that we need to get shops to get off their arse and do something.
Mm-hmm.
At no time have I said that, say, Vic
Fred,
should put his hand in his pocket and Vic should pay for everything. I'm not saying that at all.
Stuffies.
I don't expect Victor to pay for it. I
Mm.
wouldn't.
I want stuffy too.
Or anybody else. Yeah, that's it's a start, William. It's
That's very true, Dave.
and what villagers put as well. It's laziness. People are being lazy.
The problem is we need at least 1 million people to do it. Not just a few hundred, not even a few thousand,
Mm.
not even a few 100,000, but 1 million people. That's only a quarter of the vaping population.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, we're looking at a 20th of the population.
Mm-hmm.
And all they've done is click a link that says, I support this petition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The petition is not actually tied to any law. The consultation paper is.
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Was there even
We need
You
a
know what
million
it is?
people. We need 1 million people in the consultation paper.
Mm.
You were very correct. You tried once and you
Yeah, and that's what we need to do. You know, we need to make the government sit up, take notice, and think, oh shit, we better, actually look into this.
Yeah.
But Dave's right.
That's the
It's
point, William.
Mm.
That is the point, William. 1 million people will have to listen.
And my whole point in that bit on Facebook was,
Luigi's Mansion.
you as William Dobson go and tell everybody you know who vape. That's probably half a dozen people say.
Let's try
If
using one of
you've
this.
got a vape reviewer who has, let's pick on Vic, but has got 70,000 odd subscribers.
It's one hand and use a fork.
If he gets half of that to go out, go into their shop and say to their vape shop, what are you doing about this?
Mm.
And push the shop into doing it. And you get that shop to do it. It gets more and more and more people to do it.
Yeah.
But the attitude seems to be, well, there's nothing we can do, so we'll give up now.
Turns out no one said this.
And that's scary.
It's scary and it's just wrong. But
I mean, we've lost before we've started. with that attitude.
Yeah. We knew this attitude was going to come.
I
Mate.
think.
You knew this attitude was going to come.
Yes.
Well, the same thing
Yeah.
happened here.
You want to win.
You know, the difference is at least you had, like the likes of Grimm. At least you had Grimm trying to do something.
That's true.
Hey, brother is not winning.
Hey, boys.
It's
Exactly.
a ferret.
It's just pushing those companies into. You just have to push them in that direction. Not by threatening them, but by just persuading them.
Yeah.
That just came super hungry. That is no, it's food. Last ones it's food.
It's
Take it.
but
That's good, Lisa.
It's YouTube.
I don't know. It's all I can do is we can keep trying our best to do what we're doing. Well, you would have thought so, Dave. I would have thought so, but it does seem that a lot of the vape companies don't care.
Stop.
You gotta be talking to your friends.
You're being rude.
You know, we've got
I'm sorry, I'm really hungry.
a handful of new liquid companies, and they're not pushing it. You would think, for the sake of their business, they would be pushing.
Oh, yeah.
Because they've launched a business, and then this bill's appeared,
Yeah.
and they're still doing nothing.
Yep. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
That piece is feedback.
And so people don't realize it's going to affect everybody.
No, because the pop-up shops, all they'll do is they'll move on, like somebody said earlier, mobile phones. They'll start doing mobile phones or whatever. Yeah, this is well. You say they think. I'm not sure that those certain individuals think at all. I mean, no, all right, fair enough. They don't probably watch this show, and that's fine. That's perfectly okay. I have no issue with that. But and I'm not going to go in there, and I'm not going to put in their chat that we've been trying to do something since the start of all this. I don't do that sort of thing, but it would appear that we've done a hell of a lot more than they seem to have been doing. You started a group. That's what you did.
Yeah.
It's just trying to educate everybody, which I think everybody knows. Where, like people like William, everybody knows what's going on, and they're doing their best. But we need more support from bigger people.
Yeah, it really isn't a matter of numbers and money. It's a matter of numbers and action.
Yep.
Not money. To respond to the government paper costs nothing financially.
Wow, I almost fell for.
And by replying to that, you're saying to the government, I vape,
I'm having a hard time.
therefore I want my say.
Yeah.
I have a right to my say. which was what we've been trying to do, Dave. It's all we've been
And make
for
it a
since January. Is we've been trying to push the point out, get people online. Other people have been doing the same. But I must admit, it's got me and Bill to the point at times where it really is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
fucking tiring.
Get on.
Exactly, Lisa. And you have a right to have your say. You have your
Yeah.
right as well.
Oh yeah.
You know,
But there's the fact that other reviewers aren't just stepping up and saying, look, get this filled out. Here's the link. Do it.
I want it.
The NNA have even made it easy by telling us which questions we must answer. And they're still not doing it.
you know, Dave, it feels, yeah, very much like that.
Yeah, and I've got a headache.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I can say is just we keep doing what we're doing, pushing the point out there as much as we can. I ain't going to quit on it. I'm not going to quit on it.
Well, you can't. You just can't. If you have some kind of say, you might as well use it.
I mean, it's a good link, is that one, William, isn't it?
Mm. Yeah, you even put it in the group as well, Bill. Yeah.
I'll put it in the group. I've even stuck it in UK VCA in the answers.
Yeah.
Tried to post it, but they've still got it as a pending post.
Basically, any
They
post
won't
that we
even approve.
They won't allow.
They won't even approve it.
Yeah, well, it's in the chat group. Yes.
Yeah.
All I can say, William, is if you can pass it on to wherever and whoever you can, that's awesome. It's all we can keep doing. Is just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And see what happens.
Yeah, I put it. I tagged it to your post, didn't I, William? But I tried to put it in as a main post, and it's still pending.
Go way down.
So I've had to go to other ways of posting it.
Well, yeah.
And it shouldn't be that way. I should have been able to put it in there, and they should have pinned it.
Oh yeah.
I think to be fair, Mark is only admin. I think the group is run by someone else.
30 seconds. Let me see that. Let me try typing it. Use zero. Zero.
Keep up the good work, William.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all any of us can do, William. Is just keep doing, just keep plodding on, and it is frustrating and it is fucking, it's hard work.
Look, I did it.
But you just got to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, train's not going to turn on, but it's track.
It's made more frustrating when you feel that people are there that don't want to, or don't feel they need to, or can't be bothered with whatever. Yeah. And pearls of wisdom from Shrek. Anyway.
Well, Donny gave
Ow,
that
my
Shrek's pearl of wisdom.
Let me try.
That's the point, William.
It's scary. It is a scary fact, isn't it, William?
Mm.
Go down and you just want to have the yellow pieces of track.
But now they might go and look at it. Now you've been in, you said something. They might go
Use
and look and
speakings.
you know, even if out of that,
Why?
what, 18 or however many it is, they think, oh, go look at that, and they then do something great.
You can only hope.
Can hope.
Mm. Well, we also hope that something will be mentioned about it at Expo as well.
I hope somebody does bother mentioning it.
I hope something is mentioned, yeah.
Yeah. But it's infinite. You can only use up to 100.
That's very true, Dave.
Mm.
Yeah, isn't it just?
It's like the yellow piece of strength.
Right, we're on 2 hours 20 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Shall we
I think
call it
we've overrun a
a?
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I never put a time limit on it, so you're all right.
Yeah.
Shall we do our goodbyes? Yeah, you would have thought Expo would
Yeah,
be the
sounds
ideal
like a
place.
Yeah, you would think so.
To see if somebody does.
Oh.
Don't
Yeah.
you get in with me, Mr. Armitage. Away you go then, whoever wants to take the goodbyes.
This only takes just
All right. Well, as always, guys, thanks for being here. We always go back on the advocacy at some point in the show, but until something is actually done and people get off their asses, we're going to keep harping on about it to a certain degree. That it has to be put out there. People have to listen to it at some point. Given I know pretty much everybody that watches us has already been through this. They've done what they can. But who knows? We have a random person that joins in. At least that's one more person.
True.
But
See,
past that, thanks for being here, everybody. It makes the 2.5 hours go pretty damn quick. And it gives us, people to actually hopefully help as much as possible. Whether it's with the bill, whether it's something that's confusing you on it that, Bill and Matt are able to help with, or if it's just something mental health wise that you need to just talk about.
Yeah.
But,
Like that strange rush that Bill keeps getting.
Shh. You said you wouldn't tell. How's yours doing anyway?
That's not too bad now. It's more
he got it. He got it from you, so he.
It's more comfortable to sit down now.
I'm done for the week. Craig, say your goodbyes, bud.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Yeah, as Tyler said, do whatever you can. I think we're all trying to do everything that we can anyway. Have a good week. And hopefully I should be here next week, depending if I'm travelling back from the expo. If not, you'll see me next week. I'll pass that on to Bill.
Cheers, Craig. It's been a convoluted journey in this evening's discussions. But
What does convoluted mean?
Hold on, let me get a dictionary up.
but I think we've managed to get.
Hold on. Hey,
Get the
Google,
word
what
out
does convoluted mean? Sorry, can't hear the Google, sorry. Sorry.
We did manage to talk a little bit about mental health as well. So
You can carry on now, Bill. Away you go.
it has been an enjoyable show in the most part. As Matt said earlier, it does get us down a bit sometimes because we're not seeing support from elsewhere in the community. And I hope everybody has a really good week and just be nice to each other and spread the word. Over to you, Matt.
What can I say? Yeah, been a good show. Been a bit all over the place, but that's quite normal. What do you expect with an idiot like me running it? Yeah, same from me. I hope everyone has a good week. If you go into Expo, rules apply. Take comfy shoes. Take plenty of water. Look after yourself. Be careful with money. Please be careful with money and mods if you go into Expo, guys. Spend as much as you want, but don't have it like taking it out your pocket, you know. Apart from that, if you're not going to Expo, I hope everybody has a good week already. And I hope everybody, hope everyone has a good time this week. Hopefully we'll have some better news for things next week. We'll see. Hopefully. So that's goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from him.
Yep. A goodbye from them. So I'm not going to running. Right, guys. Much love.
What? Was he so happy for me?
Good night.
Love everybody. Good night.
Night.